Erica Chenoweth's research on the success of civil resistance. Erica Chenoweth, a professor at Harvard Kennedy School and a leading scholar of political violence and social movements, has produced some of the most influential empirical research on the comparative effectiveness of nonviolent civil resistance versus violent insurgency. Her work, primarily conducted with Maria J. Stephan, fundamentally challenged conventional assumptions in international relations and conflict studies. Core Research and Methodology: Why Civil Resistance Works, 2011. Chenoweth and Stephan developed the Nonviolent and Violent Campaigns and Outcomes (NAVCO) dataset, which systematically catalogs major campaigns seeking maximalist goals, regime change, anti-occupation, or secession, with at least 1,000 observed participants. The original analysis covered 323 campaigns from 1900 to 2006. Key findings: nonviolent campaigns succeeded outright in approximately 53% of cases, compared to 26% for violent campaigns, roughly twice as effective. Nonviolent campaigns were more likely to succeed even against highly repressive regimes. Success rates for nonviolent resistance have varied over time, peaking in the 1990s, around 65%, but declining since the early 2000s, below 34% in some updated analyses. Countries experiencing nonviolent campaigns were about 10 times more likely to transition to or consolidate democracy within 5 years compared to those with violent campaigns, regardless of immediate success. Nonviolent campaigns result in significantly fewer fatalities, by ratios as high as 22-1 in some estimates, and produce more stable, peaceful post-conflict outcomes. The 3.5% rule. One of Chenoweth's most widely cited insights, presented in a 2013 TEDx talk, is the 3.5% rule. No government has withstood a challenge once active participation reached approximately 3.5% of the population in a sustained, observable peak of nonviolent action, e.g., demonstrations, strikes, or mass non-cooperation. This threshold is not a precise guarantee, but a robust empirical observation across historical cases. For context, in a country the size of the United States, this equates to roughly 11 to 12 million people actively participating. Mechanisms of success. Chenoweth identifies 4 critical factors that explain why nonviolent campaigns outperform violent ones. 1. Broad and diverse participation. Nonviolent methods lower barriers to involvement, attracting larger and more heterogeneous coalitions, including women, older citizens, moderates, and elites. 2. Loyalty shifts and defections. Mass nonviolent action is more effective at encouraging defections from security forces, business elites, and regime insiders. 3. Tactical innovation and resilience. Diverse methods, protests, strikes, boycotts, civil disobedience, maintain pressure and adaptability while preserving moral legitimacy. 4. Discipline in the face of repression. Maintaining nonviolence despite provocations prevents backlash and sustains international and domestic support. These mechanisms align with Gene Sharp's emphasis on withdrawing consent and erode a regime's pillars of support more effectively than armed confrontation. Subsequent research and updates. Chenoweth has continued refining the NAVCO dataset, versions up to 3.0 and beyond, incorporating annual observations, daily tactical data, and expanded timeframes through 2019 and 2021. Recent work notes a post-2001 decline in nonviolent success rates, potentially due to authoritarian learning, digital surveillance, and transnational autocratic networks. The increasing prevalence of violent flanks in otherwise nonviolent campaigns. Ongoing exploration of hybrid strategies and the role of technology (AI) in modern resistance. Strengths of the research. Rigorous empirics. Large N quantitative analysis combined with qualitative case studies, e.g., Philippines 1986, Iran, Palestinian intifadas. Policy and practical relevance. Provides actionable insights for activists while influencing academic debates on conflict and democratization. Counterintuitive challenge. Directly contests realist assumptions favoring armed struggle. Criticisms and limitations. Selection bias and coding. Debates exist around what qualifies as a campaign, the threshold for success, and potential undercounting of failed nonviolent efforts. Contextual limits. Nonviolent strategies may face greater challenges against highly consolidated autocracies, with advanced surveillance or in polarized societies. Declining efficacy. Recent trends suggest authoritarian adaptation may be eroding historical advantages, prompting Chenoweth's ongoing work on the end of people power. Some critics argue the research underplays structural factors or implicit threats of violence in certain nonviolent successes. Implications for contemporary society. Chenoweth's findings reinforce the strategic logic of disciplined nonviolent resistance, particularly in contexts of corruption and economic hardship. They complement Arendt's emphasis on collective power and Sharp's tactical repertoire, offering an evidence-based alternative to the romanticization of revolutionary violence found in Fanon or Sartre. For modern movements, the research underscores the importance of scale, diversity, tactical variety, and discipline. In summary, Erica Chenoweth's scholarship has established a robust empirical case that nonviolent civil resistance is not only ethically preferable, but strategically superior in most contexts. While success is never guaranteed and recent trends warrant caution, her work provides a data-driven foundation for understanding and potentially enhancing the effectiveness of people-powered change. Her ongoing research through the Nonviolent Action Lab continues to refine these insights for the challenges of the 21st century.